You know
Little button.
He said the little button.
That's a big old button. I got one something.
Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with a new video for you guys. We're recording nice and early today. I hope you guys having a great start to your week. If you're a first time watcher of the Scorpion Show, let me turn this damn thing on. I hope that you click that subscribe button and subscribe to our show. Also, to everyone watching, please click that like button and share this video to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, text message, or wherever you choose to share our videos. What we gonna start with first? The airport shooting?
Yeah.
Alright, let's talk about the Fort Lauderdale airport shooting. I can't remember the guy's name, but on Friday it was a big story for most of the day where a man flew from Alaska to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and he shot multiple people at the Fort Lauderdale airport. He was able to legally fly his gun. He had to check his gun, and he had to have the bullets and his gun in different containers and things like that. But when he got to the airport, once they landed, he got his bag and he went into the bathroom. He pulled his gun out, loaded it up, and pulled it out from his waistband from a video Mikkel showed me, and it was shown on TV. And he just started shooting random people. 5 people were killed and 8 people were wounded. And this all happened in the baggage check area of the airport, where, you know, it's not really, you got cops there. Your baggage claim. What did I say?
Check.
Oh, baggage claim. Baggage claim. And you know, it's officers there, but it's not as secure as it would be as if you're going through security at the airport
and baggage
check. So, you know, it was just a hot mess. You had people running everywhere, running around the airport, running onto the tarmacs. People were
literally
running
off the tarmac.
And from the videos he's seen me, I mean, it was chaos.
And I would have been one of those people.
Yes, I would have been out.
Tarmac.
I would have been the fuck out. My bag would have been left. My phone would have been left. I need my life. Everything else can be replaced. My life cannot. I have to go. And it was just so sad to see that. It was just chaos, panic, confusion. We don't know what's really going on. Could it be one gunman? Could it be 2? Is this a terrorist attack? Which is a terrorist attack. Anytime you pull out a gun and start shooting people, it's terrorism, okay? I don't care if they gotta clarify, oh, if this is bitch, it's terrorism. Anytime you kill somebody with a car, a gun, anything, that's terroristic, that's terrorism. And I hate when they do that shit. So this guy, he was a part of the military before, and, you know, I guess he was having PTSD, and he was saying that he was hearing voices in his head telling him to do this stuff. And then I seen reports that he was blaming the government for this happening, or he could be inspired by ISIS. It was just sad to see and sad to hear about. And those people that were going on a cruise or coming back from a cruise, they were just murdered. Like, it's just, I just can't picture what I would do in those situations. And lately, we've been hearing about situations where this is how we live. We go to the mall, we at the airport, we're at school, where else? It's just everywhere. Every fucking, the club. And then there was a club killing in Turkey on New Year's Day. It's just too much going on in this world. It just makes me want to stay the fuck home. And just mind my business. But you cannot live in fear. What we need to do is we just have to live our lives, and if it comes to fight or flight, then we gotta go, we gotta run, we gotta get out that situation or do whatever we gotta do to get out that situation. But these things are happening at random, and where you can barely even defend yourself. That man just pulled that gun out and just started shooting, and I felt bad for the old lady. I don't know if she could have had a heart attack. Like, everybody was shocked, and then once they realized what was going on, they was running. The old lady hid behind the car. I would have hopped my ass over the chair. But you gotta do what you gotta do. She's old. She can't flip over shit like I could. You know?
It was just sad. It's sad to watch because when I heard about it on Friday, I'm, you know, like, because, you know, you gotta wait until you hear, you know, everything that happened to see exactly where they were at, how many people. by Saturday, once I really processed, okay, what part of the airport he was in, I was like, wait a minute.
Too. And I've been there several times.
When I went on my cruise, not this in December, but in 2015, I flew into Fort Lauderdale. I was in that very same airport. I had a connecting flight in Fort Lauderdale. I didn't go to the baggage claim area, but I was in the airport. Excuse me. I started thinking about, wow, the particular part of the airport that he was in, that really is a very, very, it's a least amount of security, like you said. There's not a lot of security in the baggage claim because that's the portion of the airport where people are actually leaving the airport. So they don't have a lot of security down there. And by the looks of the video and by the looks of the reports, there wasn't any security down there because nobody shot him back or anything like that. He actually was able to be arrested without getting shot or anything.
They should have shot his ass right on sight. Like, see, stuff like that, you just can't let them get away. Yeah. If that was a black man, he would be dead.
And it was unfortunate because I actually showed Kevin this video. They're showing it on the news, but they're not showing the full video of the aftermath where this guy is recording.
That was terrible.
And there's actually the full video of it on YouTube, and you can see some of the dead bodies lying on the floor, and people just standing over them. It's sad because you think like this could have been any one of us in an airport, because a lot of times at the baggage claim area, our focus is, which one is my bag? I'm focusing on where's my bag. So I can only imagine that those people who were shot were doing the same thing. They weren't thinking about nothing else but where's my bag, and then all of a sudden this guy just starts shooting them out of nowhere. And then the one woman who's in the video, you can hear her saying, oh my God, I was just sitting next to this lady on the plane and now she's laying here dead. Like, it's sad, but we have to be vigilant. I was taught this by my father a long time ago. When you walk out of your front door, you have to be vigilant of your surroundings at all time. Because you just never know who's around you. You just never know what they're doing around you. You have to. And of course, a lot of times we let our guards down and, things happen. But it's like, you always have to have that mind frame of, I need to make sure I know who's around me and what's going on and what they're doing. And I kind of get that way when I'm on a plane, when I get on a plane. I really do make sure I pay attention to all the exits, and I pay attention to who's getting on the plane and whatever the case may be, and who I might need to hit. And because it's like, you just never know. Like, you just never know. There are some crazy people out there, and a lot of these people, they do things, and you be like, why the hell are you doing this while I'm here? Like, why? Like, why do you want to do this? But it's interesting because I was watching, this guy apparently walked into the FBI building in Alaska back in November, telling them that he was hearing voices and that he, this, that, and the third.
They did nothing to...
They turned him over. Well, see, this is the thing, because they had a former FBI director on CNN this morning, and I was watching it. And situations like this are very, very, very complex. They really are. He went in there saying that he was hearing voices. He never said that he never went in there saying that he wanted to join ISIS or anything like that. He just went in there talking crazy. So then they turned him over to the local police saying, listen, y'all need to go send this guy to the mental, hospital, whatever the case may be. And then I guess he went and he was evaluated, this, that, and the third, and then they released him saying that he had that post-traumatic what's name. But there was never any clear signs that he was going to do what he did. And what the former guy, what the FBI agent on there said was, listen, we get cases like this every single day where people are saying crazy stuff and things like that. He said, now just imagine the public outrage if we were to actually arrest these people and not even...
Well, you don't have to arrest them. You can send them somewhere to get help.
Well, that's what they did.
Yeah, to the cops.
Well, no, they sent them to the cops so the cops could send him to a mental hospital, which they did. And the mental hospital released him. So it's like he didn't say anything terroristic when he went to the FBI. He just was in there talking crazy. It's kind of like you can't foresee certain things because you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and why was he able to legally carry a gun if he's... See, this is why we need fucking gun control and gun laws from crazy people like him. Or maybe he was fine before he got a gun, and then you go away to these wars these men come back. You don't come back the same.
No, you don't.
Even some of them act like they all right. No, bitch, nobody comes back the same. That's why everybody needs a mental evaluation when they come back. Somebody,
everybody.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I meant to say it when they come back.
No, you did say it.
Oh.
You said it. I'm agreeing with you, everybody.
You know I'm talking real fast.
No,
I'm mad. You know, and then you keep talking about you got all these, oh, they want to take the guns away. No, nobody wants to take your gun away. Everybody should be able to carry a gun legally if they feel like they need it for their safety, especially in these times. Yes, people do need a gun, and or need to, you know, want to carry a gun. But people like him, or that claim that they have mental issues, they don't need a gun because they could use it at any time, anywhere, any place. Like it's just horrible. And I feel like now it always take one time. It always takes for something to happen where people say, "Oh, we got to crack down on this, crack down on that." You would think that it would happen with the school children,
right?
Still,
you know what's so funny? Because I never thought about it until this incident happened. When you're at the airport, yes, people carry guns on the plane all the time. Not in their carry-on, but in their check-in, because you have to check it in. I never thought about it until this incident happened on Friday. Yes, once you get your bags, you can go in your bag, go into the bathroom, and pull your gun out and start shooting people. Yeah, like, I never even thought about it until this happened, and I'm like, wow, like, that's crazy, because now I can see me now. This is another thing that I have to worry about when I go out in public or even at the airport.
Look, you know what I mean? Socializing for me at the airport. Me going, I might run to the bathroom, but now I just got to get my bag and get the fuck out.
I get my bag and go.
And I've flown on planes many a times that I've never thought about
something like this.
Yeah, yes. And normally when you hear about shooting at the airport, you hear about it when they get into the airport and start shooting.
Not when people are leaving.
So now that makes you even. It makes you want to be more careful because you got people that sometimes park their car and they come in and wait for you to arrive at the airport.
Yeah.
Like it's, bitch, y'all got to do something with security now. All this TSA, all of y'all need to get on your fucking jobs. Yeah. This is horrible.
That's true. You can come to, because when we got to Puerto Rico last month, when we got off our plane and we were at bag, first of all, that was the worst baggage claim I've ever stood in front of. And it was hot. The people were out in the street coming in, and I remember saying to one of my friends, like, wow, like, I didn't know they could come in, not thinking, like, yeah, you can, because they do it here in the United States, too. You come right in the airport when somebody's getting off the plane. You can literally walk in the airport and not be checked by nobody.
And you can walk in
somebody to get off the plane.
Yeah, or like when you come in, you know, normally you drop them off, but sometimes they go in and they spend more time together. Yeah. But bitch, you can have a gun on you the whole time.
Or a bomb.
Yeah, and I shouldn't even be talking like this.
But it's true.
They got bombs.
This is 2017. Yes. It's true. It happens. But you don't see the bomb sniffing dog until you get upstairs to the actual security screen. Yeah. When you at the front desk, you don't see no damn bomb sniffing dog.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just like so many new measures need to be taken with the airport. Like this, Paul. Yeah. See Donald Trump. This is what you need to be worrying about instead of Meryl Streep's.
Right.
Okay, with her next, because I'm gonna get
okay. Because she ain't tell no lies.
No, she did not.
No, she didn't.
For 5 minutes.
For 5 minutes, and she didn't even mention his name.
Moving on to the 2017 Golden Globes. Now, I watched this whole show except for the first 10 minutes. I didn't watch Jimmy Fallon's opening number or whatever. If he's saying, I don't know, or his monologue. But I must say, I was entertained, and there was no musical performances at all. It was just people coming out presenting the speeches.
There is no musical performance.
It's never like they're not. I was surprised like they didn't even do a song performance or anything like that.
They don't do that at the Golden Globes.
But I was just, and then I was happy that the show Atlanta won. I watched a couple of the episodes, the 30-minute episodes that come on FX. They won best. Where's my fucking cheat sheet at? They won best musical or comedy TV series, and also the actor Donald Glover, or Donald, I don't know if it's Glover or Glover, Donald Glover or Donald Glover, he won best actor in a comedic series or comedy or musical TV series.
You know, it's funny because when he won, that was the first time I ever heard him talk.
Really?
Because I've never seen the show. And every time I see him in pictures and stuff, like, it's pictures. Mm-hmm. I've never actually heard him speak. So I never knew what his voice sounded like until he won. And I was
like, it's definitely a good show. Now, the first episode, it was kind of slow for me because I was trying to figure out what was going on. But then it was just like, it was good. I don't know if it's still on the DVR, but if it is, I definitely say check out that show, FX. I'm in Atlanta. It's called Atlanta. And I think a lot of people were upset, oh, there's not a lot of gay people. From what I've seen, I haven't seen the gay people. And you know, Atlanta's full of them. But whatever.
They're trying it.
Yeah.
What difference? There's gay people everywhere. What difference does it make if they're on there or they're not on there?
Viola Davis won her first Golden Globe for Best Actress in a Supporting Role in a drama, or I think just drama, period. And I was really happy for her.
What she win for?
She won for Fences.
Oh, Best Supporting Actress. Yeah.
Best Supporting Actress for Fences, a movie that I need to see, even though it's 2 hours and 20-something minutes. And guess what movie I seen this weekend? What? For the first time. You gonna be mad at me. Beloved. I watched that whole movie.
I remember we went to go see the movies, to see that too.
It was
crazy.
It was crazy, and I didn't really like it too much. Yeah, no, that was Tandy Newton.
That's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said Kimberly Elise. No.
I said Tandy Newton.
Yeah, she was definitely crazy.
Kimberly Elise was in it too.
Like, bitch, how was she able to act like that the whole movie? Bitch, I would have been cracking.
But you know, that was the one that Oprah, remember she had that flashback and she was swinging her around that shed. Remember she killed her kids in that shed? So the white people wouldn't take them?
Yes.
That was the one she was swinging around and the slave master caught her.
Oh,
that was her.
So that's why she came back.
That's why she came back and she was a little slow.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
But I think she knew she wasn't for sure if that was her sister or not, but you know. Kimberly Elise. She wasn't sure. She was like, why are you here? Bitch, don't tell me what to do. Like, she was off the chain. But back to the Golden Globes. The movie La La Land. Everybody was just... I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know, you know, what it's all about. But it won several awards last night, including Best Actress for... what was her freaking name? I forgot her name. That's my girl, because she's from The Help. Emma Stone. Emma Stone won Best Actress. A French woman won, Isabelle Humpert, for Best Actress in a Drama. It was a good freaking show. And then the speeches. And a lot of people were coming at Donald Trump during the speeches. I mean, this is an award show where I expect people to get political. People want to say, like, don't go to war. Like, people get a chance to speak their mind during their acceptance speeches. They can say whatever they want to say. Viola Davis' speech before Meryl Streep got her Cecily DeMille Award. Did I say his name right? I loved her speech, and she was just talking about her admiration for Meryl Streep and how her husband will call and ask her, like, did you tell her, like, how much you love her and how much a fan you are when they was doing the movie Doubt? And she was like, no, I never told her that. He's like, well, you need to. If you don't, I'm going to do it. I don't know why she didn't do it, but maybe she's like, I'm here to work. Let's get this film together. And I love Doubt. Doubt is good, and I only seen it about 2-3 times.
I never seen the whole movie, but from what I saw, like, I need to see the whole thing.
That movie is good, and it's real. That shit is real, okay? It's pastors or preachers out here that's doing these things to children. And what they do is they send you to a different church instead of locking your ass up. And then they don't tell you why they transferring you. And then there's potential for more children to be, it was terrible. You have to see Doubt. If you've never seen Doubt, watch the movie. It's really, really good. And then the ending, like, you never seen the ending. Oh my God, it's so good!
Please don't tell me.
It's so good. The Crown, the girl that played Elizabeth, Queen Elizabeth, she won. The Crown won Best Drama Series. Netflix is coming up in the world with these award shows and Amazon. Like, they are really doing the damn thing. It doesn't really mean anything just to be on network television anymore. Cable TV and the internet is where all of these shows are winning. And shout out to Issa Rae. I didn't even know she was nominated for Best Supporting Actress. For Best Actress. It had about 3 black women in it. And Tracee Ellis Ross won Best Actress in a Comedy Series for Blackish. And I heard she's the first actress in 34 years since Debbie Allen to win in that category. I don't know how true that is. Because wasn't No, it's very much. Felicia Rashad never Best Comedic Actress? Or maybe that was an Emmy. I don't know.
Remember, the Emmys is for television, even though the Golden Globes is for television as well. But it can possibly be very much so true. Because I've been watching the Golden Globes for a very long time. And I don't ever remember a black woman ever winning that top honor like that for Best Actress in a TV series. A comedic series anyway.
Yeah, Blackish is just good because they tackle every subject. Like it's a really good show. If you never watch it, comes on Wednesday at 9:30. I know a lot of people be watching Empire, but you also have DVR where you can watch Blackish. The show is funny, especially Jennifer Lewis. She makes the show even more funnier. So yeah, check that out. But La La Land, I definitely want to see. Moonlight is the movie that I seen back in November. And I told you guys, make sure y'all go see this film. And I didn't think that the actors would get nominated, but actor Mahershala Ali, he was nominated, but he did not win. And they lost 5 of the 6 categories, but they won the main category for Best Drama film. So it seems like when the Oscar nominations come out in a couple weeks or so, it seems like it's going to be.
It also, but you know what's so funny, because it looks like too that probably. The Golden Globes this year was the way the Oscars should have looked
last year.
And I think the Oscars are probably going to make it. You know what I was shocked at? I was shocked that Birth of a Nation wasn't nominated for anything.
No, it's only going to be nominated for black things, for black shows. But it wasn't that good of a film. Like, we were there and we watched it.
I thought it was a good film, though.
Not to be nominated, and I told you that when we went into Warm Daddies, I said, why would they nominate this film for anything?
I thought it was good.
Because I expected a little bit more.
If anything, at least Nate Parker's role, I thought he was really good. Because Nate Parker, I feel like that film kind of put him out there because he was still an unknown actor. I just think that whole rape thing had a lot to do with this.
Yeah, it did. Trust me, it did.
Had a lot to do with this.
But I heard it was a white actor that actually won. And I was surprised that Courtney B. Vance did not win for his role as Johnny Cochran in The People vs. O.J. Simpson, another show that cleaned up real good last night. I was really surprised. And people like, well, did you watch the show for the actor that won? I don't know. I didn't watch The Night Manager, and I never heard of it. Is that a Netflix show? I don't know. But I'll check it out. But Courtney B. Vance was great as him. And I just don't see how he lost. Because he's just too good of an actor to just be losing like that. But I know I shouldn't be saying that because that's a little biased, but so what? And then Meryl Streep gets her award. And she rips into Donald Trump. She wants to protect the press. She was naming all the foreign actors and actresses that were there. And how people grew up in America. She went on.
How Hollywood is full of foreigners.
Yeah, and if we don't have the foreigners, then I guess we'll just have to watch football. And I just enjoyed her speech. Some people are like, "Oh, this is not the right place. This is not the right time." But I think this is the perfect platform for you to get up on your soapbox. And she didn't even talk. She talked more about what's going on in this country than just to be thankful for everybody to help her to get to where she is now. In the movie industry, she's like the platinum standard or the diamond standard for when it comes to an acting career. This woman is in her 60s, I believe.
Yeah.
And I mean, she could get a role for anything. And she's so fucking good as an actress, she gets nominated for her performance. It's not even about the awards to her. She got 3 Oscars on her shelf.
She's also the most
nominated woman
in Oscar history.
And she's going to get another one, probably. She might just get another one.
For what?
For Florence Foster Jenkins. She said she was nominated last night too. She was nominated. Of course, she didn't win. It's like she's not going to win. Not unless it was like a real. Like I think she should have won for Doubt because she was excellent, but she didn't win. But it's always that one powerful performance where you just know.
Well, she definitely deserved that Oscar when she.
Margaret Thatcher.
Yes.
The Iron Lady
did that. I saw that. She did that. Like that.
How did they make her up to look like that? And how did she pull it off?
Even to the point where when Margaret Thatcher in her 80s And then when Margaret Thatcher had the dementia and how Meryl Streep was, because I couldn't, in the beginning I couldn't understand who the fuck was she talking to. But she was actually talking to her dead husband. Well, he would appear, but I didn't realize that he was dead. And it was her dementia that was kicking in that was allowing her. Yeah, it was Meryl Streep did that. And she deserved that Oscar.
Yeah.
But the fact that Donald Trump then gets on Twitter, because then, of course,
I told you I was going to happen.
Our president of the United States gets on Twitter.
The president-elect, because he ain't the president yet.
Well, he will be in 11 days.
Yeah, don't remind me.
So he then gets on Twitter to totally go in on Meryl Streep. So he says, Meryl Streep, one of the most overrated actresses in Hollywood, doesn't know me but attacked last night at the Golden Globes. She is a Hillary flunky who lost big. Everybody's a Hillary flunky. For the 100th time, I never mocked a disabled reporter, would never do that, but simply showed him groveling when he totally changed a 16-year-old story that he had written in order to make me look bad. Just more very dishonest media. No, Donald Trump. So then CNN, they showed the tweet, and then they said, okay, now we're going to show you the video that he did. Talking about. Donald Trump, you totally mocked that disabled man. And had you said what you said and left and went on about it, maybe people would have said, no, he didn't mock him. But when you took your arm and started going like this,
I don't remember.
And then we saw the clip of how the man's arm is disfigured.
Yeah, it was a mess.
Then you tried it. Then we knew.
Don't do that, because they might find you.
Yeah, you did. But then we knew that you were mocking that man. But yet, for a year and some change now, you have been saying you didn't mock that man. When we all know you did.
Bitch, get into that man and that whoop. When you get up into that man, it's not funny.
It's not.
But when you get up into that man, you seen the reports of him, every commercial, you seen him doing it. But then when you see the man, he's in a wheelchair, his arm is kind of...
No, he wasn't in the wheelchair.
He was in the wheelchair.
No, he wasn't. But the pictures I saw, he was standing up on his own 2 feet.
I seen him in a wheelchair.
I don't know.
Find the man.
Yeah, this man is not in a wheelchair. What is his name?
I don't know, but he got one of
Fonda. I know what he got.
Donald
Just
Trump,
like that man from Scary Movie.
Right. Yes, with the arm, the hand. But if he could type, if he do his job, he doing his job. Donald Trump, you tried it, and then you gonna come for her. But anybody that know anything about Trump, he waits until the next morning. If it ain't 3, it's 6 or 9. But he's definitely
but apparently he did a late night interview with the New York Times.
Oh, man, with the failing New York Times.
It's not in a wheelchair.
Oh, bitch, I thought I seen him in a wheelchair. He do look like Scary Movie. And he look like the man that was in Scary Movie. Bitch, you're telling the truth. All right. Now, bitch, find it. Google the picture. Tell me he don't look like the man from Scary Movie.
But anyway, that's what happened.
Yes.
And for you to say that she's overrated, Donald Trump.
Yeah.
No, you're overrated. You're an overrated con man.
You should have seen that tweet that people was waiting to see what he was going to say. They said, nope, you can't say failing. Nope, you can't say underrated. Nope, you can't say overrated. And he still chose overrated. Meryl Streep. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Bitch, are you kidding me? You spit that coffee out on that window screen like that.
Because I had nowhere else to go. But I'll get it
That's
out.
going to leave a stain.
No, it's not. It'll come out.
No, it won't.
Yes, it will. The water's going to make it come out. Watch this.
Okay. Well, I don't live here, so it don't make no difference. I thought you spit it out the window.
Bitch, it did go out the window. And that's snow. And all that snow out there.
But anyway.
Moving the fuck on. Shout out to Meryl Streep.
Shout out to Meryl Streep.
Can you imagine if they just let Whoopi do all of those roles like they let Meryl Streep do? Or Meryl Streep always has a job. That's one thing you can't say about her. She never has a job. Every year she got at least 2 or 3 films out. Even if she gets nominated or not. She's just one of those actresses that just always gets a job. Now just imagine if Black Hollywood had jobs like that for our actresses. And I'm not coming for Meryl Streep, but I'm just saying,
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Come on now. Cicely Tyson can play anybody. And she's 92. She's still singing. 93? 92. She just had a birthday. I don't know.
92.
And she still sings. She still do Broadway show. Like, she still fucking got it. You mean to tell me you can't find a powerful, what you call it when you the head of the family?
Matriarch.
Matriarch. You can't give her a good role. We don't have any directors, and I know we do. Like, we need a good fucking film where, you know, like how White Hollywood be having all of these.
Who are we talking about again?
I'm just talking about movies. Period. Cecily Tyson.
Oh, I'm talking about Whoopi Goldberg.
Well, not just her, because it's plenty of actresses like Viola Davis and Angela Bassett and Loretta Devine. She's one of my favorite actresses.
I feel like
we can't have a powerful movie.
See, I feel like Viola Davis is doing her thing.
Yeah.
I think I would probably gear more to Angela Bassett because Viola Davis is doing her thing right now. She's definitely the top black actress.
Yeah. Why is Angela Bassett on a TV show? She needs to be in movies, winning awards. She hasn't been nominated for an Oscar in 24 years. It's time for them to stop fucking playing. And they robbed her for playing Angela Bassett. I mean, Tina Turner. That was Tina fucking Turner. And I mean, they did, all of them. They all did that film. Everybody, from Jackie on down to the little boys getting beat up for running with her to the, when they was in Tennessee.
On that bus.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Jennifer Lewis driving.
And she woke up and he woke up in that bed.
Because she wanted that.
She wanted that money. She wanted
and I. Same damn time.
Well, you probably did it too. Listen.
Not getting those ass whoopings. Can you imagine, bitch? Good morning. Like, bitch, what? I don't want to talk about those that do get it now. You got to get out that situation. Get the fuck out.
You gotta find you a highway to run across.
Ain't no man wants to beat your ass for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
She whooped his ass in one of the tightest spaces she could find. She whooped his. She said, "Come on, that's your best shot.
Yeah,
you won't beat me no fucking more."
Okay. He's like, "I'm too much."
And they walked in that hotel bloody and bruised. Bloody and bruised. And then he had the nerve to go upstairs and go to the room and go to sleep.
Yeah, and she got the fuck out. She got out of there and played frog, bitch, running across some streets, almost got hit by a car just to go to the Ramada Inn.
Okay. Well, she had the money for it.
Well, no, she didn't. She said, "I promise you."
Oh, yeah, she did. Oh, yeah, and the guy told her, "It's all right, Miss Turner.
Let's help her out."
I wouldn't have charged her right then and there. I would have slipped the bill on her door.
You ain't shit. She would have stayed for free. Because she would have been talking about me as a manager. I'll let her stay. Alright.
You don't want me to call the press. You better say no.
That's some Donald Trump shit.
Okay.
You stay at the Trump Tower. You will get a bill.
Charge her. I can tell you that. Charge her.
Charge that bitch.
She didn't vote for me. She said, "Let me fucking charge her."
He's in a Hillary flunk.
A Hillary flunky.
Oh! Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. That's going to be our president for the next
4 years. Bitch.
Whenever you make him mad, he's going to jump right on Twitter.
The failing Mikhail McClendon.
Okay.
Try me on YouTube.
The failing.
Who watches that
His failing show. The ratings of that show has been going down for years.
Shit, everybody been saying it anyway. The failing Scorpion show.
Hey! Listen.
I got more subscribers and views. Bitch. Donald Trump will make us famous. Okay, if he just tweeted one video.
He sure would. He told, what's his name? He told Hillary, "I don't need Jay-Z and Beyonce."
No, and he don't.
And he was right.
And he still won.
And he still won.
Yeah, he had rural America. People that came out from...
And they don't listen to Jay-Z and Beyonce anyway.
Do they even know what they look like?
Okay.
I mean, do they even have to... Don't do that. Do they have the internet?
You're trying it. And I don't want to get shut down.
The failing Scorpion.
Because let me tell you something. Donald Trump is going to have the power.
Yes, the power to do everything. Meryl Streep ain't going to get a job for the next 4 years fucking with Trump. Lies. Okay. You know, she's...
Leave it to Meryl Streep. She'll be playing Melania Trump.
They're going to fix her up beautifully. You ain't going to never know.
Baby. Accent and all.
I don't know what I said. I don't remember.
Bitch, she's going to be Melania. Okay? You fuck around. If she can play Margaret Thatcher, she can play Melania Trump.
She gonna lose that way in everything.
Okay?
Oh, and she talking about Melania, you talking about bullying, that's what you want to do as First Lady. You gotta start with the White House first, and then with your husband.
With your husband. No, she ain't talking about bedroom.
Yeah.
Because she ain't moving to the White House in the
She
summertime.
ain't fucking him right. That's why he's so mad every day.
Yeah.
He wake up angry. Like, come on.
Somebody ain't fucking somebody.
Yeah, well, Viagra ain't working. Once you in your, everything goes down after that. After you reach a certain age, that's what I hear. And I ain't got time for that.
And listen, I ain't nothing.
That's it. Mariah fucking Carey's with an S.
With an apostrophe S.
She will not let this shit go.
No.
With Dick Clark Productions.
No.
She released a 1 minute and 40 audio video.
Because she got something to prove.
Yes, saying how she was sabotaged. She ain't gonna talk about it right now. She'll get to it later. And how she couldn't hear and the sound and everything was all fucked up. Today, I actually watched the full 6 minute performance. It was terrible from start to finish. Now, let me tell you what I think might have happened. Mariah might have had the wrong audio backing track for Emotions. I think she was singing Emotions. And when she was starting to sing or trying to lip sync, the backing track audio was not there, so she couldn't go along with it. So she was claiming that, oh, she couldn't hear. But I didn't see an earpiece in her ear or anything like that. And then once it went from that, it went into We Belong Together. And she was halfway, she was like, bitch, I'm lip syncing, I don't give a fuck. The word's still moving. She pulls the microphone away from her mouth, and We Belong Together is still going on.
This is on New Year's.
Yeah, Dick Clark, Rocket Eve, and then the high notes and everything. She's not even singing the fucking song at all. Mariah fucking Carey, you tried that. And then she was trying to sing through it, and then she just said, fuck it, like,
I'm not going to sing.
I'm not going to sing, and she couldn't sing, and then she was like, Anthony, hold me, take me down and stuff. Anthony, do this, Anthony, do that. Then she's still like, I guess I'm going to give him a and she was doing that shit and talking while the backing track vocals are singing. So you want to talk about sabotage? You sabotage yourself, Mariah Carey. And I'm mad that I didn't even watch the full video. I thought it was just one song. No, bitch. She did 2 songs.
And did that throughout.
And did that. And then after she sang Emotions, she want to say, this is amazing. Like, Mariah! Sabotage. It was that much of sabotage. Yeah. Let's talk about you walking around while the back of track vocals are playing. You not singing. You was halfway singing.
Halfway singing.
And then pulling the microphone away, and the vocals was still fucking going, Mikhail. And then she just walked off, and the vocals still playing.
Well, you know, allegedly.
And then you allegedly fired
Anthony. Well, you all know, because if you watch the show, Anthony Burrell, who was also a backup dancer to Beyonce, the black, backup dancer behind Mariah, very nice looking guy. Right? He's from Philly. She allegedly fired him after that. I saw it all over the internet, and I remember on his page, on his Instagram page, he had in his bio that he was the creative director for Mariah Carey. And then I remember after hearing that, I went to his his Instagram page, and it does not say that he's the creative director for Mariah Carey. It actually says in his bio, born in Philly, creative director / choreographer / director of Breaking Barriers. Email me at Anthony. Well,
not even star of the show.
And he actually had all of that in his bio when he was working with Mariah. Apparently, this is the reason why Mariah Carey fired Anthony.
Oh yeah, but it's Dick Clark Productions' fault.
It's their fault. Anthony, he's not being. A source close to the team said he's not being brought back in 2017 for a number of reasons. The source claims that part of the reason for Burrell's departure is due to a placement decision he allegedly made without the approval of Carey or a management team. According to the source, the Philadelphia native, who is currently featured on Carey's 8-part docuseries Mariah's World, moved Carey's backup singers off the stage for the live performance in Times Square, putting them in the base of the risers in order to make more room for the dancers. Burrell and his manager did not respond to multiple requests from E.T. or for comment. Burrell did, however, answer a direct Instagram message from E.T. simply responding with a thumbs up emoji. E.T. also reached out to Dick Clark Productions to verify that the backup singers were moved near the risers. Dick Clark Productions told E.T. they have no further comment on Carey's performance.
Okay. And for what? For what reason?
Okay, this is okay. So it goes on to say that the source explained to E.T. that Burrell's decision to move the backup singers off stage left Mariah Carey without any support. As backup singers can be a source of support and help an artist pick up cues if their inner earpieces don't work and they can't hear the music.
Bullshit. Mariah Carey heard
But you weren't even singing.
No.
So what difference would it make if the backup singers were close to you on the stage or not? You were not even singing.
And if you ask me, Mariah might have been drunk.
Might have been.
Well, I'm just trying to give a safe face.
Okay?
She might have been drunk. Because anytime you lip syncing, Britney Spears, because she not in her right frame of mind, even remembers to keep it right, keep it together.
Okay.
When she lip sync, you could tell she might be a half second off, but she commits to it. Jennifer Lopez commits. Janet commits.
Yeah.
Madonna commits.
Yeah.
You need to watch these lip syncers and learn how they do it.
But see, I think the problem is, I think what it is, Kevin, that Mariah Carey is, I'm not going to say not used to it because I'm sure she's been doing it for the past 7 years now. But remember, I think Mariah Carey, in her day, she was a singer. Where she got on stage and she sang, unlike the women that you named. But she sang.
Bitch,
but I'm just saying.
I'm sure that some of them sing.
Yeah, but they didn't sing like Mariah.
Well, Britney never sings.
Okay.
But, you know, it's part of the show with Janet. When she's not dancing, yes, she sings live.
Well, yeah, but I mean, but for
Madonna
the most part,
too.
Majority of Janet's show and Madonna's show is them dancing.
Bitch, can you, man, but they can sing and dance. Beyonce got backup track too.
Yeah, she got backup track too.
Don't do it.
Yeah, she definitely got backup track.
Everybody.
But in her 20 years, you ain't never seen her do nothing like that, bitch. And Beyonce let you know. She let you know, bitch, that when I am singing, excuse me, that when I am singing with that backing track, bitch, Beyonce make sure she hit them fucking notes to let you know, bitch, that I'm still singing along with this track, okay?
Okay.
Case in point, the Inauguration 2013, okay, bitch? She was singing right along with that track, and she pulled that out of her ear.
4 years ago, that was the biggest scandal ever of her career.
Why do you think that besides
the fight with her?
Okay, you know what I mean?
That was something big.
But she let you know, bitch, I'm gonna take this earpiece out because this back track is good on my nerves, and I'm gonna keep fucking singing, okay? Mariah Carey, don't you try her.
Oh, she walked that fucking stage and did not care that the backing track was on. Mariah, you sabotage yourself. You didn't even commit to. You are a professional singer. When they say hiccups happen, okay? Shit happens, like you said. So you fire Anthony. Shit happens. Sometimes the creative director is not the best. Sometimes they fuck up too. So you fired him for that? No, Mariah, you need to fire yourself until you get your shit together. Get everything in order with your performances. Get your shit together when it comes to background singing or lip syncing and all of that stuff. You lip sync when you need to. And Mariah, whatever you're doing personally in your life, you need to stop doing that and get your shit together. Don't go on nobody tours if you can't get it together. And I don't care how many people send me all of these clips of Mariah singing. The vocals that I heard come out her mouth when she was halfway trying to sing, they were a fucking mess.
Who's?
Mariah Carey.
I got sidetracked.
Like, she making me mad. Like, stop blaming other people. Look in the mirror at yourself. What did Mariah Carey do on that stage? What did she try to do to stop from being sabotaged on New Year's Eve? This is Dick Clark rocking New Year's Eve where all of America watching. Yeah, you got other shows out there, but bitch, everybody is watching that. And Mariah didn't think to herself, because she was out there probably drunk. Anytime you singing or trying to sing through We Belong Together, we know fucking well Mariah ain't hitting that note at the end.
Wait, why do you think Mariah was drunk?
Because she's New Year's Eve, and you know Mariah loves a splash.
A splash. And it took her forever to go out on the stage. So you think for a second she was backstage just sitting there talking and twiddling her fingers?
No, she was having champagne. She was getting twisted. Allegedly. And she ain't coming for my show. The Fairlight Scorpion show.
Listen.
Being sued by Mariah Carey. With the apostrophe S.
Because you can't put the S in the Y, can you? No.
Bet!
I am tired.
What else did you have? What else did you have? On your notes.
I had a lot of things on my notes. Some of the stuff I'm not going to go to because I feel like this video is not for that. It's not for what I had. Let me see if I can find something that is for that. Okay, so yeah. So I want to talk about this. So last week I was watching CNN and they had this school. It's called Talladega University. It's in Alabama.
Yes!
It's a black school. Now, this is the thing. We all know Donald Trump, he's having a very hard time trying to find celebrities to perform at his inauguration.
Yes.
Okay?
Career suicide.
So far, they listed the people who are so far scheduled to perform, and that is the Rockettes.
And they don't want to perform. But they are illegally contracted to perform.
The Mormon Tabernacle Choir, which they actually had some members of the choir speak out and say that they didn't want to perform either.
Beyond word. This will be the shortest.
There's this young lady who I've never heard of, but she's a new artist.
Jackie Evancho
Yes.
from The Voice.
Yes.
She ain't the.
Yeah, well.
And then he's her sales is skyrocketing. Bitch, she's number 188 on iTunes. Don't fucking play. Donald fucking Trumps. Now, if you want to make her sales skyrocket, you go buy her album. You got the money. You go buy failing Donald Trump.
Yeah, he did say
refuses to help the failing Jackie Evancho on the fucking charts.
And those are the only 3 people that I know that they listed as performance. So anyway.
And Rebecca Ferguson said that I will perform if
but you have me to
sing.
Yeah, okay, and I don't know if they're going to allow me to do that.
No.
But anyway, whatever the case may be. So, this particular college band would not be performing at the actual inauguration, but rather they would be performing during the inaugural parade, which is after the inauguration. They apparently sent a request in to the inauguration committee months ago. And I think maybe before
Hillary was going on.
Yeah, I think because you know there's a whole inauguration committee. It doesn't matter who's president or whatever. There's just this committee that does the inauguration, building the stage, inviting the people. When I went to the White House back in October, they were already building the fucking stage, and I have pictures of it too, whatever the case may be. So this is a committee that's aside from whoever wins or not. But they apparently had sent in a request, and it came back that their request was accepted. Mm-hmm. But many people down there, a lot of alumni of the college, a lot of African Americans felt like this school, because it's an all African American school, one of the HBCUs, that they felt like it should not be performing
at the inauguration.
At the inauguration. So the president of this college, they had this big meeting last week trying to figure out if they were going to go, if they weren't going to go, if they want to go, if they weren't going to go. And then finally he came out and told Don Lemon, yes, we are going to go. Mm-hmm. So Don Lemon asked him, he said, well, how do the students feel about it? Like, do they want to go? And the president of the college said, yes, our students actually, they want to go. So he said, Don Lemon asked him, he said, well, if you had any students who did not want to go, would that be a problem? And the president said, no. If you don't want to go, you certainly don't have to go. You know, that's your right. He said, but as of today, all of the band members actually want to go perform. And he said that they want to perform not because they're performing for Donald Trump, but because it gives them national exposure. Which I see now. I'm on the fence with this, because while I say, listen, Donald Trump, I would not want to perform with him for him at any event at all because of the shit that he said and did during the election. Mm-hmm. But for this guy, I never heard of Talladega.
And the things he said about African Americans anyway.
I never heard of Talladega University. I never did. So, and I'm going to be honest with you, I only heard about them when this incident happened. So, I get where many of them are coming from when they say, listen, this helps us put us on the map because we're performing on a national stage in front of millions of people, and everybody's going to be watching whether you like Donald Trump or not. The day of the inauguration, every news channel is going to be fixated on that. So why not go and perform so that we can get some exposure? And I was like, okay, I see what y'all saying, but how do you feel?
Is fame worth it? Performing on the floor of someone who has
it's not fame, it's exposure for
exposure. Yeah, is the exposure worth it for someone who has talked about Mexicans, African Americans, who just talks about our president, who has ties with Russia, who hasn't released their taxes, so we don't really know what they're hiding. Look at all the 95% white cabinet he has. Donald Trump is just not a good person. And all the things that he said about people bullying and everything, is it worth the exposure on somebody's platform like his? I don't think so. And I can understand why the alumni is upset. And if this president of Talladega University, if he's so committed to his plan, I want to know why did he cancel his interview with Roland Martin? Because he was supposed to do an interview with Roland Martin. You know Roland Martin would have got that ass together. So he canceled that. I just think that is not right. But also, this country does need to unite. We do need to unite because right now we are so divided. But I wish it could be on another platform and not on Donald Trump's platform, because he hasn't showed us anything, but only thing he can do is hate. He hasn't showed us anything where we could say, oh, it's love and it's compassion. He really feels strongly about this. He probably does feel strongly, about jobs and about, that's it. The only thing I think of is jobs. He really wants jobs.
Because that's the only thing he knows.
Yeah, he really don't want to get rid of Obamacare. That's the Republicans coming for him. But it's going to be times where they keep clashing. But we'll just have to wait and see this out. But if the college really wants to perform, if they really truly want to perform, I say go ahead and perform.
Well, no, they are doing it. They are performing.
Yeah.
I told you, I just said that he came on CNN and told Don Lemon.
But you know what? I'm sure some money is involved that we don't know about.
Well, listen.
And that's why he's doing it.
If money is involved, but see, that all goes back to the exposure for them. Because, like I said, now, don't shoot me in the head or whatever the case may be. Whatever, don't shoot me. But I've never heard of Talladega University. Now, some of you may have heard of it. Probably some of you from down south, or you don't live down south, and you've heard of it. I've never heard of Talladega University at all until this incident, and I see both sides. But I also see from the university standpoint, they may need more exposure. They may need more money. You know what I mean? They may need that boost so that more people, more African Americans can know about this university.
Maybe they need to join Battle of the Bands and make a name for themselves that way, because they always
maybe they're not good enough for Battle of the Bands. Who the hell? I don't know. Battle of the Bands.
They need to do something. They always have these big Battle of stuff. Like,
I know some. Yeah, but maybe they're not, or maybe they were in Battle of the Bands and they just never won any damn thing. Who knows? It's just they just need more exposure. That's just like us. We would need. Listen.
How about this?
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna be honest. Can I be honest with y'all? I am. If the inauguration committee called us today or tomorrow and said, "Listen, we are going to have a stand, a booth for different YouTubers to come and report the inauguration from their own personal YouTube box," I would say, hell yeah, sign me up. I'm going.
Yeah,
that's exposure for us. Right, so that's what this name is.
As long as, because you know Donald Trump, as long as we can say what we feel.
Right. Now, it doesn't mean that we are supporting Donald Trump.
Yeah.
We're reporting the inauguration.
But they're not performing.
Yeah, but they're not supporting Donald Trump by performing. They're performing in the inauguration. Now, granted, when Barack Obama won, when he had both of his inaugurations in 2009 and 2013, I'm sure that there were bands and whatever the case may be that performed during his inauguration parade, that many of the people who performed didn't vote for Barack Obama. But
you know what else is going on?
They
got an anti-Trump pro rally going on. Not even a rally. It's like a rebuttal to the inauguration, and Solange performing and things like that.
maybe that who's ever running that program, maybe they should get Talladega University. I hope we're saying the right name.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe we should get Talladega University to perform with us instead of performing at Trump's inauguration.
Yeah, but
that could give them more exposure. But they won't be on TV.
Yeah, exactly. So then they're not getting any exposure. They're getting exposure from the in-house people who are seeing.
But anyway, let me tell you this. Anyway, I done watched 2 Barack Obama inaugurations. Do I remember any of the schools and colleges that performed?
You don't.
Hell no.
But that's you. We're talking about. No, who's to say that the people who were watching on that day didn't call up them schools or them bands? That's what I'm referring to. It doesn't necessarily mean that 4 years later we're going to remember, because I don't remember any of them either. But on that particular day or that week, somebody may have called them up and said, we would like for you to come in. You know what I mean? Like, I get it,
but they gonna have to, yeah,
I get it. And Solange and their thing is not going to be televised. You're going to be talking about Donald Trump's inauguration more than you talking about Solange's thing. Well, unless Solange and them have a damn fucking concert outside of the damn White House, across the street from the White House, that's the only reason how we're going to be talking about it.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a big thing and everybody's supposed to be going to it.
Yeah, but who do you think on January 20th you're going to see on your TV? Solange's party or Donald Trump's inauguration?
No, of course we're going to see Donald Trump, but you know there's going to be people protest. It's going to be...
Of course there's going to be people protesting.
Next
and I'm trying to
Friday,
figure out if I'm going to go down there and protest too.
Yeah.
Okay?
You gonna call out?
I don't know. I call out. Yeah.
Ooh, well.
But I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Because you know, I don't like being in the cold all damn day. I just don't play those shit.
No, you know plenty of people in D.C.
No, I'm saying as far as being out there all day to protest. Well,
it is what it is. We should have voted.
Well, we voted. Yeah, don't play with me because I voted.
I voted too.
But speaking of the inauguration, it was announced last week that all of the former presidents will be at the inauguration, and they're not. It's not that they're supporting Donald Trump; is that they're supporting the peaceful transfer of power, because they all were presidents and they all had to go through it, and so they're all supporting. And Jimmy Carter was the first former president to RSVP, saying that he's going to be there. Bill and Hillary Clinton's going to be there. George Bush and his wife are going to be there. George Bush, his parents, they will not be there because of his father's health. They won't be there, but all the other presidents, living presidents, will be there. So,
can you imagine? Like they,
and I think that every last one of those presidents
Trump
that will be there did not vote for Trump, including the Bushes.
No, they said they wasn't. They made it be known.
Yeah, we worked that out.
But then you got one of the Bush's nephews.
Yeah,
bitch.
Jeb Bush's son.
Yeah,
I think it was. No, it wasn't his son.
Yeah, it was his son.
It was his son after his father dropped out. It was his son. Yeah.
How old is Jeb Bush to have a son that old?
Jeb Bush is like in his 60s.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that. He looks good.
He does. Well, George Bush looks good to be 70.
He's 70?
Yes, and he's older than Bill Clinton.
You lie.
Mind you, he's older than Bill Clinton, and Bill Clinton looks older than him.
Wait a minute, I thought, wait a minute.
Yes, George Bush
did not know.
Yes, 70. He does look
good. They look good.
Yes.
And Laura Bush. Now, I know
she's 70 as well.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, wait, how old was she when she had Jenna and Barbara?
They were in their 30s because they were in their 30s when they got married.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yes. Are you kidding me?
Wow. I did not know he was that old.
Yes. Are you kidding me, Kevin? Yes, he's old. He was in, but you know, remember, he was in his 50s when he was our president. He was in his 50s.
Oh my God.
Look.
70. Wow. I'm just getting old.
We all getting old.
70.
I was a teenager when George Bush was president.
Me too. Don't do it now.
28 now.
I've been trying. Once you get to the new decade,
listen,
you got to accept it.
Listen, I'll accept anything that comes out of my mouth.
Listen, Linda.
Okay? Anything that comes out of my mouth, I accept.
Comes out.
It comes out, not in. Because I don't accept everything that comes in.
And look, not Daniel Bryan, that's the wrestler.
Daniel Boone?
Lee Daniels.
Lee Daniels. Lee fucking Daniels.
Look,
that's a name you don't hear too often on this show.
Yeah. He's doing a lot with Empire and Star. Now, I told you I started, like, Empire, it just be on. I watch it, but I don't care about it. I'm not invested like I used to be. And he has a new show called Star with Queen Latifah, Ben Affleck, Naomi Campbell, Lenny Kravitz. So far, I'm enjoying the storyline. It is good.
But one of the statements that Lee Daniels made is that he had a lead white female of the group because he wanted white people to feel better, and because of the racial tensions in America.
Feel better about what?
I don't know. And if I was Lee Daniels, I would have shut my mouth.
Yeah.
Because most people don't even care that it's a white lead. So far, this story is good. You got people leaving the foster care. She done stabbed somebody up. You got one girl that's Lenny Kravitz and Naomi Campbell's daughter. She don't want people to know that she's their daughter. That she just wants to be famous on their own. They go to Atlanta. They find Queen Latifah, who was the foster mother's. They were in foster care, but she was their godmother, and their mother died because she was on drugs and stuff. And Queen Latifah's character, she was writing the head of the
orphanage.
Yeah, saying that she was their mother. She wants to take them back, but she had fucked up, which we'll find out.
What channel this is going?
Fox. It's good. I watched the first two. I watched one episode, then because I wanted to watch it before the main episode came on. So you got Miss Lawrence in it, you got Maya Scott in it. It is a great show, and it's not like Empire, where it's like, oh my God, everybody is a celebrity and everybody wants a piece of the show. This storyline is great.
Shout out to Naomi Campbell too.
Yes, she is coming up in the acting.
Yes, she's doing her thing, and I always envisioned Naomi Campbell as being this big time supermodel. I think I envisioned Naomi Campbell the way a lot of people envision Beyonce, whereas she's just this big time diva, this big time diva. Like, I don't know if I'm
but she is a diva.
She is a diva, but I think that my envision of her would never have been her doing these types of things. Yeah. Like, I always envision her just simply on the runway, because that's where she's the queen at, on the runway. So for her to be tackling TV shows, I'm like, wow, like, that's what's up.
Being up there, and she can't always be with a billionaire. So, but
neither can Mariah.
No. Well, clearly, Mariah is better with somebody. I don't know. Shut up, Kevin.
She's better by herself. Because she can't keep a man that makes too much of her, and she can't make it too much of a man who makes too much money of her, because it's just like Mariah needs to be by herself. Mariah's that type of person that she just needs
everybody needs love.
She needs a companion.
Yeah.
That's what she reminds me of.
But not somebody that's going to, she can run too much. Somebody's going to know how to put their foot there.
Yeah.
And that's why.
Like Stedman.
Lies. You think Stedman put his foot down with Oprah?
Hell yeah. I can tell that he puts his foot down with her. Let me tell you something. Over the years, when you really pay attention to Stedman, I think I watch Oprah a lot. Just watch her, and you can tell how she gets when she's with Stedman. When she's with Stedman, I feel like Oprah is like, this is my man, and he's the head of my house. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? Which I think is a beautiful thing. That's her man. You know, that's her man. And
I think Stedman basically knows his place.
No, I don't. Because, see, I used to think the same thing about Stedman until I learned more about Stedman Graham. And this man is a big time executive of his own. Like, he ain't got billions of dollars like Oprah, but this man is just as rich. Like, he does his own thing. And I think a lot of people feel like, we look at Stedman as just being Oprah Winfrey's boyfriend. No, this is a money-making executive man behind this. He's one of those behind-the-scenes type guys. And that's why a lot of us feel like, he's just Oprah's boyfriend, and, you know. But no, he does his own thing. And I think when I really learned about him, because I saw this show that was strictly solely on him, and I was just like, wow, and I couldn't believe I was watching it. And I realized
what channel was there?
This was I don't know what channel this was. This was a few years ago. But when I really realized the type of person he was and what he does behind the scenes, I was just like, now I get why Oprah's with him. She is with someone who matches her, I don't want to say talent, but talent. He's talented in his own right. He's a moneymaker in his own right. He's an executive in his own right. Yes, his girlfriend or his woman, his whatever, just happens to be Oprah Winfrey, the billionaire. But Stedman Graham is, like, if he was to leave Oprah today or tomorrow, that man would not miss a fucking meal because he got money out the ass. He's a very smart guy. And I think once I learned that about him and I started really watching how they interact with each other, Oprah really loves that man. And he really loves her. And you can tell that He respects her and she respects him. This is my man, this is my woman, and that's how it's going to be. And when I get around Stedman, I get like all googly eyes as a girlfriend because I know this is the man and he's the head and I'm his woman and bet nobody, you know, I just love that about them. I really do. But yeah, I just feel as though Mariah Carey probably needs somebody like a Stedman. She needs to stop trying to marry every fucking body that she starts dating. And then getting wedding dresses made that you're not even going to fucking wear. That's when you know you got too much money.
Did you watch the video today?
No, but I'm going to watch when I go home.
Because Jedediah,
I love her.
she fucking... This is the first time I see her Republican ones come out. Donald Trump wasn't making fun of that man.
She knows he was.
She was just going off to that. You got to see it. And Whoopi was over there just...
Whoopi's going to smack her one day. Fuck my words.
Yeah, so we're going to go. But Lee Daniels, don't be saying that you're trying to make white people feel better. Yes, it's things going on, but I don't think people even notice. How did we get on Oprah from Naomi Campbell? Like, I just don't agree with that standpoint. And then when TMZ cornered you, you try to act like you ain't know what they were talking about. Lee, you have a good storyline. No one cares about the color. People care more about the characters and the storylines, and that's why I watch a show. And
your show.
Yeah, and it's good so far. I just hope it don't go left if this show takes... I'm glad it doesn't have that power like Empire. It doesn't have a Terrence Howard or what's her name? Taraji P. Henson behind it. You got actors that you don't know, and this is a show that's going to gradually take off. But it doesn't need to go left with all of the celebrity appearances. And I think that's what kind of killed Empire's spark to me. This is a good show. Don't make it about color. Don't make it about race. Stop talking about race. This is a TV show that you want everyone to watch. And keep it at that. And Tyler Perry too. Like, don't even talk about the color. Yes, you have a show with white people now. Now I heard you got black people on it, but you were upset that black people were mad that you had an all-white show. Yes, you've given jobs to everybody. I wouldn't even pay them no mind, Tyler Perry. You know what you have done for the past 15, 20 years with hiring everybody with movies, with TV shows, with your plays. You have helped everybody eat in this industry. So ain't nobody thinking that you got a problem with hiring black people. Go out there and get that white money. If you want to do a show with white cast, go ahead and do it. You have enough money forever. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do, Tyler. And let's go. So thank y'all for watching today's show. Is that our new theme song?
No, I didn't know that thing was going to make noise like that. I have to make this thing.
So we're going to go. Y'all have a good week. We'll be back later on this week with the new video. Don't do nothing stupid.
Who's going to the inauguration of protest? Hit me up and let me know, because I might just join.
Let him go. He ain't got nothing else to do. He's calling out.
Okay.
I'm going to be right here.
I'm going to be right here watching. Okay, bitch?